Hey everyone, Ryan here, and welcome to this episode of Awesome Games We Playin, where we talk about awesome games we're playing. And today's game is Dragon Quest Treasures. First of all, I'd like to thank Square-Enix for providing the review code for this game and for being this video sponsor, so now let's get to it. So I remember several years ago we got a picture of young Eric and Mia from Dragon Quest XI, and this was originally announced as a Dragon Quest Monsters spin-off game, but it was apparently in development hell for a while. But during the Dragon Quest 35th anniversary livestream, it was announced that this game was coming out as Dragon Quest Treasures, and I honestly didn't know what to make of it at the time since I was expecting it to be a Dragon Quest Monsters spin-off game, so technically it's a spin-off of a spin-off. Dragon Quest Treasures follows the adventures of young Eric and Mia years before the events of Dragon Quest XI, and through certain events and circumstances they end up in the land of Draconia with their main goal of finding treasure. Believe me, this game is definitely more than friendship is the real treasure we found along the way, because man, this game has a whole ton of collectible treasure. The game plays more like an action RPG than the turn-based main series Dragon Quest games, and in Eric and Mia's quest to find treasure you can recruit monsters just like in the Dragon Quest Monsters series, and all of them have special abilities that can get you through certain obstacles, like being able to use a slime to jump to higher ledges, using a Draki to glide through the sky, and much more. You simply recruit monsters by fighting them in battle, and you can even get special slingshot ammo to help increase your chances of recruiting monsters. I gotta say, just like the Dragon Quest Monsters games, Dragon Quest V, and Dragon Quest X, monster recruiting is highly addictive and you'll be spending hours at a time trying to fight every monster you see just to recruit them. And combat is more action-based like The Legend of Zelda, but your monsters are completely AI controlled and it feels like you're giving a JoJo beatdown to all the enemies you encounter. You also do get a slingshot that can fire ammo that can inflict elemental damage on enemies, and you can buff and heal your monster team. The game highly encourages you not to fight monsters alone, and you can unleash the full extent of your damage with your entire monster team. Later on in the game you get to build a base of operations to switch out monsters, recruit the monsters you've encountered, go on quests, build facilities, and switch between Eric and Mia. Sadly, you can't play as Eric and Mia at the same time since your other three party members have to be monsters, but eventually you can send your sibling along with another team of monsters to grab treasures for you all over the world of Draconia. Now for the bread and butter of the game, just like the game's title, it's finding treasures, and I have to admit this is really addictive and will make you coming back to play more. You can use your monsters to help you pinpoint the exact locations of treasures, which are various love letters and references to all the Dragon Quest games. Although all of the Dragon Quest X specific treasures don't actually have names and are just generic descriptions, even the ones that were localized in Dragon Quest Tact. This honestly doesn't make any sense to me, especially since Tact has a few Dragon Quest X localized names already. And even though this is the most addictive part of the game, sadly you and your monster party can only carry a limited amount of treasures, so every time I go into a new area, I pretty much max out my treasure carrying capacity within the first 20 minutes, and then I have to go back to the main base to deposit all of my treasures, even before I can complete a story objective, and then rinse and repeat. I guarantee you're gonna get so addicted to treasure hunting that you're probably gonna put off the main story for several hours to see how many treasures you can get, and to see how many of the past DQ games they reference, and within your main base you can actually display your treasures in your vault. If I have to talk about my gripes with the game, the Nintendo Switch is kind of showing its age, and I feel the game could be better optimized since it feels like it runs around 30 frames per second on the world map, but much smoother at your home base. And the frame rate tends to chug a bit during combat. If this game ever gets ported to the PC or the more powerful consoles like the PS4 or PS5 or the Xbox Series consoles, then I think this issue would be fixed. But however, with the monster recruiting and the treasure hunting nature of this game, it feels like a perfect game to take on the go or just play when you're lying in bed. Hopefully a PC port will end up being Steam Deck compatible. And the story is pretty non-linear and mostly lighthearted, and you can tackle the different islands of Draconia in any order you want, so don't expect the deep story of the mainline Dragon Quest games and Dragon Quest Treasures. So overall, despite some technical issues, which I hope can be fixed if the game is ported to the more powerful consoles, Dragon Quest Treasures is a nice surprise with heavily addictive gameplay, and I highly recommend it to any Dragon Quest fan. So that wraps up this episode of Awesome Games We Playin, and huge thanks once again to Square-Enix for providing me a review copy of this game, and let me know what you think about this game in the comments below. Take care, Questers! Hey everybody, here's some extra material. So here's my physical Dragon Quest Treasures, the English version, which I got from Amazon. And then here's my Japanese version, which I got from the Japanese Square-Enix store. Came in a nice treasure chest. Here's the game. And then here's a print. And now I'm going to open the chest. Alright everybody, so inside the chest was this nice slime piggy bank. I'm going to show you the front. And here is the back with Dragon Quest treasures. And then you can open the bank from the bottom. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to check out these other videos, and also make sure to follow me on social media and check out the official Battle Geek Plus website. Take care.